Now be honest with me, how weird would it be if he sat in my lap the entire review? You know, I mean, he's a pretty good looking guy, but you're no Henry Cavill. What? No, where you going? Can you believe this guy? I mean, come on, you're not Superman anymore. Superman stars David Cornsweet and is about Superman must recounsel his alien heritage with his human upbringing as reporter Clark Kent. From writer and director James Gunn, the man that brought you the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, The Suicide Squad, and Slither, we're talking his Superman. This has been one of the most anticipated movies of the entire year by so many people, especially comic book fans, because this is a refresh, reboot, whatever you want to call it. Henry Cavill, goodbye. Snyder fans, see you later. James Gunn is here. And I know, I was a Henry Cavill fan. Honestly, Henry Cavill is my Superman growing up because I had, Smallville and the 2006 movie. But this reboot was something I was intrigued on because of one man, James Gunn. I have loved James Gunn ever since Slither, ever since Scooby-Doo. I love his sense of humor. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I loved The Suicide Squad. And so when he takes on Superman, the starting point and the head of DC now, there's a lot writing this movie. And so I went to go see it tonight in IMAX, and going in, I'm not the biggest Superman guy. I was just excited to see a new James Gunn movie. And I walked out, and no matter what I say, people are going to hate me if I liked it. People are going to hate me if I didn't like it. There's no win in the situation. I enjoyed this movie. I had a fun time at the movies and just seeing Superman on the big screen again. Seeing a new DC movie in a theater was honestly just kind of a cool standing point in my opinion. But this movie's not perfect, okay? I'm not a shell. I'm not a person that's like, best movie of the year, go see it. Oh my God, 5 stars. No, this movie's not perfect. No movie is, but this movie is enjoyable. It's a lot of fun, and I think James Gunn should be really proud of what he did. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. But if you're a Snyder fan, and you just don't want to see this movie, don't go see it, okay? Why are you watching this review? You just want to leave hate comments? Go ahead. But let's get into this review. Starting off with the positives, David Cornsweet. He is our new Superman, and I thought he was great. I loved his performance. He truly embodies Superman. Aw shucks, saves girls, saves squirrels in this movie. He is literally Superman. How he reads his lines, how he delivers moments, those special moments with his eyes, his face. It's just, this is Superman, you know? And again, I was a Henry Cavill fan. I really liked Henry Cavill. And I liked what Zack Snyder did with those movies. Not all the plot points that were my favorite, but with this movie, it completely is just like a breath of fresh air. It feels like a symbol of hope. That's what this movie felt like. That's what his performance felt like. And I gotta give it to David. He did a fantastic job. We also have Rachel Brosnahan, which, sorry if I said her last name wrong. She plays Lois Lane. She was great. She was fantastic. I really liked her in this movie. Her chemistry between David and her are fantastic. I love the scenes between the two of them. I really felt like a relationship with these two. You also have Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. He might have stole the movie for me, honestly. I really liked him. He was despicable. He just perfectly embodies I hate Superman, and what he does in this movie, his evil doings, is pretty despicable, and honestly, he does a fantastic job. By the end of this movie, you want to see him get defeated. You want to see Superman punch him in the face. You want to see Crypto the dog eat him alive, honestly, because he's just so despicable. And there is a ton of characters in this movie. There are so many small characters in this movie. I think the biggest standout in the side characters is Mr. Terrific. I don't know the actor's name, but he was awesome. I want to see more of him. He was part of the Justice Gang, which is Nathan Fillion as a Green Lantern. And you also have the girl from The Last of Us, Isabella Marcel, whatever. She definitely shouldn't have been in this movie. She gets nothing to do. I love her as an actress and everything. I'm excited to see her as Hawk Girl, which I'm pretty sure her name was. But the thing is, that entire subplot of the Justice Gang is fun, and you can tell in this movie James Gunn wanted to include them. He wanted to leave Easter eggs. He wants to set up this universe because this is the starting point of the new DC films. So with this movie, their characters were fun to see, but like I said, like Nathan Fillion, he's more of a joke. Isabel Marced, she's sidelined. She's in the movie for probably like 10 minutes or less, but Mr. Terrific, he was awesome. He's really cool. He's got a really fun scene that's definitely like a James Gunn action scene. And most of the action scenes, really well done. I'm not the biggest fan of having the camera be on the main point of the center screen and it being kind of like a 360 where it's like really dynamic and like centerpiece of the subject. Wasn't a big fan of how many times they did that in this movie. It has that with the flying scenes, but seeing it in IMAX really enhances this movie. It's really awesome in IMAX. The CGI is really good. The action scenes are a lot of fun. Few intense scenes. The music is really good. I loved like 90% of the music. There's like one needle drop song that was kind of annoying, but besides that, music was really good. And again, the movie's well made. It's got great cinematography, the colors, the action, the fun atmosphere. There is 2 moments in this movie I literally busted out laughing. There's one moment with Crypto, and Crypto the dog. Honestly, the Crypto the dog stole the movie for me. Like, that was literally the most fun part. I love the dog. The dog was awesome. The dog kicked ass and has one of the funniest scenes toward the end of the movie. It is so funny in my opinion because I like James Gunn's humor. He's always been very edgy and he does the same thing with this movie. He has a ton of actors you've seen before, but putting them in this movie and pushing that envelope of saying like curse words and having blood whatever and see Superman bleed whatever, it felt vulnerable, and I like the James Gunn style. His style is an imprint on this movie, and it felt a little bit edgy while also being a fun movie. It's not Guardians 3 where it's a lot dark or whatever, while also being a little fun. No, this movie's very heartfelt. It's about hope. It's about Superman. It's about having fun and having those big, intense action scenes, and I had a fun time through a lot of this movie. Now, going into my negatives, biggest negative, I'm gonna say this straight up. I know people were like, I don't want to see a Superman origin story. I completely agree. But when you have movies like Spider-Man Homecoming, which I don't even love, then you also have The Batman with Robert Pattinson. Both those movies don't have origin stories, but they really get to show their characters in their worlds, having that breath of fresh air, developing the world, seeing that these characters are in a lived-in world. This movie doesn't have that. This movie starts with title text telling you in the past 3 decades this has happened, 3 years he's been Superman, and the previous 3 minutes this has happened. And the movie drops you in an action scene. And from the action scene and the first 30 minutes of this movie, I felt like I was watching a sequel to this movie and not a first movie. And again, I understand they don't want to do an origin story. We've seen it before, we get it. And they show that a little bit by obviously having it be a major plot point without getting into spoilers. But the thing is, for the first 30 minutes, I was like, did I miss something? Was there like a TV show that I didn't watch? Like, I didn't watch that animated DC show on HBO Max. I forget what it was called. I didn't watch that. But the thing is, I was sitting there like, am I missing something? Like, they introduced this Justice Gang like it's nothing. They introduced Lex Luthor and Superman's like ultimate fighting battle each other right away. Like, in the first 5 minutes of this movie, they are already fighting each other with certain objects and certain people. And I'm like, I don't know who these people are, because I'm not like a diehard geek, whatever. So I was sitting there like, who is the engineer? Who is this woman? I don't know what is happening. Where did I miss something? The movie completely relies on the audience to know, you know who Lois Lane is, how she met Superman / Clark Kent. You should know who Clark Kent is. You should know what his job is, because he's barely Clark Kent. He is literally Clark Kent for maybe 10 minutes in this movie. And I'll say this, the scene when he's Clark Kent with him and Lois Lane, really good scene. But like, that's it. Through most of this movie, he's Superman, which again, I have no problem with because it's his first movie. But the thing is, there's so many characters, there's so many subplots that the movie never gives that little, just complete Superman movie. This movie always feels like it's building to something. And by the end credits, when people in my crowd went, oh, like that, the movie's already setting stuff up. The thing I can use as an example, 2008 Iron Man. That is an Iron Man movie. And at the very end, it's like, hey, here's a little more. This movie treats the audience like, hey, here's the DC world. Welcome in. You should know what's already going on. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just a basic bitch, but like, I didn't know what was going on right away. But after the first 30 minutes, once the plot actually kicks in of what's going on, I was in for it, honestly. I was like, all right, I like this storyline. I like what's happening. And by the end resolution, I had a good time with this movie. But I will say there are a lot of freaking characters. And there's a lot of little subplots. There's a lot going on. And by the end of the movie, it's all saying, hey, welcome to DC. Here's the beginning of our new franchise. And I will say, for a first Superman movie, I wish they treated it like a Superman movie, not having Justice Gang. Maybe one, maybe Mr. Terrific, that's about it. But having like Green Lantern be in this movie, Hawkgirl, having this major Portals storyline happen. You also have the kid who from freaking Vacation, Righteous Gemstones, who's like the news reporter, and the Daily Planet people are happening, and you got stuff happening here. There's this plot line with a girl who takes selfies, and it's a sex selfie. It's actually a major plot point, and I'm like, wow, that's James Gunn style for you, but I was not expecting so much in this movie, but it felt a little overcrowded. And my final negative, I love James Gunn to death. I think, like I said, there's many moments in this movie I laughed in, but there are so many moments that is intense or dramatic, and they really work for the Superman character, Lois Lane's character, and it's always a freaking joke. Always a joke. And there are times I'm like, damn it, James, you're doing Guardians 2, where you're putting comedy and foremost. And I'm like, no. Let the character have a breathing moment. Let this moment live in the Superman universe. Don't go for the joke. He goes for the joke. He goes for the joke. He goes for the joke. And at times I was like, listen, there are funny parts, but like, let the movie breathe. Let these characters be characters. Don't go for the quip. And I feel like I go for the quip way too many times. But I still enjoyed my time. I enjoyed the movie. It's fun. There's a lot of action, a lot of funny parts. I have issues on how the movie starts, and for the first 30 minutes, it just feels really jarring. The movie's throwing a lot at you, and basically, you just have to know who these characters are before going in. I mean, the movie is called Superman, and I get it. But I feel like if you want to build your identity in this universe, this would have been a true identity point, because people are comparing this movie to like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Get that shit out of here. That movie had an identity. It had a development of a character and a true overall story arc. This felt like, hey, here's Superman in a situation. Here's season 1, episode 6. What happened to the first 5 episodes? Like, that's what was kind of jarring with this movie. But I still had fun in this episode. So again, for a starting point, a little bumpy. But overall, the experience of David Cornsweet's first Superman movie, I enjoyed. I'm going to give Superman a B. And no matter what I said, those Snyder fans are going to say, you're wrong, you're stupid, you're being bought up out DC. I wish I was being paid. Send me a check. But I'll still give you my honest opinion. It's an enjoyable movie, but it's not the best movie of the year. It's not the Rising Christ. Like, come on, people. Like, I understand if you go out there and you cried and you said this is the best movie of the year, that makes me happy. I'm really happy for you. Just me personally, I enjoyed it. But if you go and see this movie, you actually go see the movie, and you hate it. You're like, I miss the dark and brewing Snyder movie. I get it. I liked Henry Cavill. But guess what? We move on. And this is where they're going, and I think it's a good starting point. Not the best, though, but I enjoyed my time. Okay? I can already read the comments now. You Snyder fans are mean. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. Go see it this weekend. Let me know what you thought about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.